If you have a B7 Audi A4, which is the generation between 2005 and 2008, and you have a rattling sound while turning and accelerating from your front wheels, well, you probably have a bad axle shaft. So we're gonna be showing you how to replace that in this video. Okay guys, so a quick notice. So if you turn the wheel to the left side and you give it a hard acceleration and the sound comes up, it's probably the left side. And vice versa, if you did it on the right side, the bad CV joint is on the right side. So now, first of all, we're gonna need to jack up the car and take the wheel off, which we already did. Yours won't be that easy. There must be a couple of bolts that you have to remove, which are the lug bolts. And then make sure you put the lug bolt back in, because well, it's a VW. So VW use two parts of the wheel hub. So there are two pieces in and out, which will rotate individually. Just stick your lug nuts in to prevent that from happening. Okay guys, so now what you need is a 17mm male type wrench to remove that female nut, which is opposite to normal, but is fine. So you stick it in here like this. If you have an impact, you're lucky. If you don't, use your legs. Have someone in the car to press on the brakes. Okay guys, so we took the center cap of the tire of the wheel and remounted it on the car and dropped the car on the ground because it was wiggling around while we were jumping on it. So now we got the wrench on the bolt and we have this little tiny extension that we are gonna use to break it free. Okay guys, so as you saw, we managed to get the bolt loose while jumping on it. So now we're gonna raise the car back up, remove the wheel and start the disassembly. Okay guys, so with that out of the way, we're gonna start on removing the bolts that connect the inner CV joint to the transmission or transfer case. Okay guys, so as you saw, the bolts on the inner CV joint are splined bolts, which is like this. And you have to be really delicate on removing those, because if you manage to strip them out, you'll have a really hard time removing them then. So all you need to do is to hammer them in, make sure they are seated properly, and you won't have any problem. Guys, so now that we got our tool in the bolt, we're gonna strike it with the hammer just a little bit to make sure it's fully seated in. Just like that, we got that guy loose. On to the next one. Just a little of a close look on the bolts. That's how they look like. Okay guys, so we're gonna put the car in neutral just so we have the ease of access, there's a little tiny space that you can access one bolt at a time. So we're gonna rotate the hub until every bolt is out. Guys, so we ended up jacking the other side of the car because in neutral, with this tire up, it won't spin. So now it spins fine. Okay guys, so we got all the bolts of the inner CV joint loose along with the outer bolts. So now in these cars you don't have to remove any of the control arms or any of the bolt joints. All you have to do is to move the inner CV joint to the side of the back side of the trans, and you have enough room to pull it out. Just like that. Okay guys, so as you saw, we got the axle shaft out. We also mounted the wheel on. We're gonna set the car down on the ground. It has become late on us, so we're gonna catch you tomorrow in the morning when we get a new one. Okay guys, so as you can tell, we got a new axle shaft. It has a new CV joint and a new bolt, because these bolts torque to yield. So you gotta change on those. When you torque them down, you can't reuse them. So we're gonna be changing on that. And also this whole thing. Let's start installation. Okay guys, so as you can see, we got all the six line bolts on the inner side of the axle bolted on. So now we're gonna torque everything down and then put on the wheel, torque the axle shaft, call it a day. Okay guys, so we got all the inner bolts torqued down. Now we're gonna mount the wheel on, set it on the ground, then torque this outer bolt. Okay guys, so we're gonna be using this torque wrench and we're gonna set it on, bouncing on it till it doesn't turn anymore. Okay guys, so with that done, we torque this bolt down. Now we're gonna set the cap in, and all we have to do now is do a test drive. Okay guys, so as you saw, we did a little bit of a test drive, and always when you change CV joints and stuff like that from drive to drain, you need to go slow and easy, because well, you need the grease to be distributed around the balls in the CV joint, so to prevent it from running dry. So now everything is evenly distributed and the grease has heated up. It's ready for ripping. Anyway, this is gonna conclude this video. Hopefully you found this video informational, entertaining and helpful. Thank you a lot for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment down below. See you on the next one.